Can you say I am and then your name?
I am Logan. I am Ethan.
Can you tell me what this is?
A credit card.
What does it do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Hello, I'm Mr. Money. People can't seem to get along without me as cash or credit.
We're working on a new telephone technology that should make shopping easier and faster.
Thankfully, American Express has introduced a new credit card.
Evidently, some people have money to burn.
Why should I pay with just any credit card when this one pays me money back?
I got 2 words for you. Rewards.
Life takes faster money. Life takes Visa.
These are the worst, right? I'm gonna buy them.
No annual fee.
But that won't happen with the Capital One Venture card.
Get the IT card and talk to a real person.
Are you using a card you trust when you shop online?
1.5% cash back on whatever these billboards are selling.
My name's Chance Saller, or Chase, pretty much whatever you want to call me. Over the summer of 2016, I decided to make a movie. I knew I needed funds to raise money through crowdsourcing, but it still wasn't enough. So I made a decision to put everything on my credit card. I made my movie, but then found myself $3,000 in the hole. Paying it off was difficult, but I did it. And I remember thinking the whole time, that amount came up so quick. And that's the problem. Credit sneaks up on you. It's so easy to put it on the card that when you get in the mentality of just swiping, the amount can grow incredibly quick. How does that happen so easy? I wanted to know more, so I sought out to find what about credit cards makes it so easy to spend. What makes them so addicting?
The biggest problem you've got, though, is this. You're spending a lot of effort chasing $400, and it's actually implanted into your mind. And what all the studies are showing us is that when that's happening, that you spend more on plastic than you do with cash. An example is at the grocery store, the average person using plastic, including a debit card, okay, but versus actual $100 bills, the $100 bills equate to pain.
Can you really feel pain from a credit card? Probably. I mean, I found that out the hard way, but is it physical pain or something more below the surface? To get a better idea of what I was asking, I decided to speak to someone who knew a lot more about the brain.
I think a card eliminates a lot of the process that goes on when you're using cash. I'm not physically losing my credit card when I use it, right? I swipe it, or I put it in the little slot, which I forget to do a lot. And then I keep it. I retain it in my hands, and I put it back in my pocket. So I'm not losing anything. Emotional pain and physical pain share similar physiologic correlates. For instance, your autonomic nervous system, which is the part of your nervous system that controls blood pressure and pulse and lots of things that you don't have to think about, both are activated when you're talking about emotional pain.
You gotta tear me apart, Lisa!
Or physical pain.
What's up, nerd?
There's an excellent book by a gentleman named Daniel Kahneman, who's a Nobel Prize winner in economics, and he talks a lot about the thinking process, about how we make our decisions, about how we choose what to invest, how we choose what to purchase. There's a sort of an immediate emotional type of thinking. He calls that system 1. And then there's a more thoughtful, plotting, slow type of thinking. He calls that system 2. And so when you are using your card and just coming in and swiping, your system 1 is very happy. It's just humming along. There's no thought process. There's a sense of cognitive ease, is the best way to say it. But with cash, system 2 has to be activated. You might feel that emotional pain. You need to think about, add, subtract, think about how much money you have left, think about the other bills that you have to pay.
And it doesn't help that these objects are marketed in the media today. I mean, everywhere you go, you have Samuel Jackson, Tina Fey, or whoever the flavor of the week is saying essentially the same thing. In movies and commercials and even on your Facebook page. They know exactly where to get you.
FreeCreditScore.com up in it. Haters best get to blogging. So hot right now that our designer...
What's your stance on credit cards?
They can be useful, but they can also be a hindrance, depending on the type of person that you are, how you were raised, or your understanding of financial situations. You know, it's easy to spend without recording what you're spending. You're able to spend over what you make very quickly. And so you lose that quality of earning what you're buying. You get into instant gratification. You know, to have that platinum unlimited card shows that you make a lot of money and you have a lot of investments, and it's a big status symbol. And it also allows you to obtain things that you normally couldn't purchase, you know, instantly.
Can you explain why people are more willing to use cards versus cash?
Cash is less convenient these days because your check is direct deposited, everything is digital, so if you use cash, you have to go somewhere to withdraw it, and they don't want to carry a paper book around to track that. So I think it's just less convenient.
What do you think makes credit cards so convenient?
It's that quick, instant, easy access, especially easy access to funds that you don't have.
In 2014, a Census Bureau estimate reported that of the 235 million consumers, 167 million claimed to own at least one credit card. Now, out of all those people, I find it extremely difficult to believe that all of them are honest spenders. Some of those people have a problem, but they're too afraid to admit it.
Hey, do you mind paying for this? I don't have any cash.
Sure, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never going to pay it back anyway.
'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt? Tomorrow I may buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
While the public recognizes credit cards as a problem, generally, it isn't regarded as an addiction. But I say it is. So, what is an addiction?
I think that people use credit cards so much because they obviously don't have the immediate cash flow. It's something that is quick, it's accessible, you don't have to think about it, you don't see an immediate bill, it's not deducted from your bank account, it's just easy, and our attention spans are so short these days that it's just quick, easy fix, just like addiction. You don't care, you know, what the outcome is going to be. You want what you want when you want it, and that's kind of how our lifestyles have been shaped around lately. So addiction is defined as obsessive thinking or any compulsion to do anything. It can be sex, it can be gambling, it can be spending. Sometimes there's people who are not educated enough about the topic, you know, and I think when they're not, they can justify it and pretend that it's not, you know, and I think that that's why, especially with addiction, people are misinformed and they can turn a blind eye to it, you know, it's, you know, kind of not in my backyard type of thing until it is. That the brain function changes, you know, due to a person's substance use. So over time, somebody swipes and swipes and swipes and swipes. They become eventually addicted. So it's, yes, that leads to addiction, absolutely. You can become addicted to anything.
Tastes like debt.